Emily, I just saw a TikTok that I should put all my money into a tech company called Moose Coin.
How much did you put in?
I was thinking about it.
Brandon!
I didn't do it. It had a moose logo. It looked legit.
Welcome back to Triple the Money. I'm Emily.
And I'm Brandon, and apparently I almost got financially destroyed by a cartoon moose.
Okay, Brandon, before we get into investing, we need to talk about the most powerful force in the universe.
Love?
Money.
I was gonna say money.
It's compounding interest, and the best way to explain it is rabbits.
I'm sorry, rabbits?
Okay, so stay with me. Imagine two rabbits, and they do what rabbits do.
You know what they do.
And now you have more rabbits, and they do the thing. And then you have even more rabbits, and before you know it,
You have a rabbit problem.
you have a rabbit empire.
So, I'm confused. My money's out there having a great time without me?
Exactly. While you sleep, while you eat, while you almost buy moose coin.
We moved on from that.
Okay, let's make this real. Brandon, when did the first iPhone come out?
I don't know, 2007?
Correct. So, let's say in 2007, you had $1,000. You could either buy an iPhone,
Okay, yeah, obviously.
or you could invest that $1,000 into Apple stock.
Go on.
If you bought the iPhone, great. It's a great iPhone. It's revolutionary. Absolutely. But in 2025, it's a brick. Your cousin probably has it as a joke.
My cousin can't have it. It's sentimental.
But if you invested that $1,000 into Apple stock in 2007, you'd have over $200,000 today.
I'm sorry. I need a second.
$200,000 from $1,000. That's compounding interest doing its thing.
Why did nobody tell me this? Where was this information? I was too busy building Minecraft houses.
That's literally why we're here.
Alright, that's it. I'm sold. I'm going all in on Apple. What's the ticker symbol?
Wait.
What?
What if something happens to Apple?
Like what?
I don't know. What if the CEO gets in a weird scandal with a celebrity and everybody stops buying Apple phones?
That's oddly specific, but okay.
Or what if another company invents something better? Or what if there's a bad earnings report? Or what if the whole company goes,
Okay, but Apple is Apple. It's Apple.
well, said that about Blockbuster?
What's a blockbuster?
He's joking. He's not joking. The point is, putting all your money into one company is like betting on one rabbit. What if that rabbit has a bad day?
I don't like this metaphor anymore.
So, here's the move. Instead of betting your all on one company, you bet on thousands of companies all at once.
How is that even possible?
Something called an ETF, an exchange traded fund. It's basically just like a basket with a ton of stocks in it. You buy the basket and you get a little piece of all the stocks in it.
Like a Costco variety pack?
Sure, exactly like a Costco variety pack. So, there's this thing called a VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. It's basically like you buy pieces of over 3,500 American companies, all with one stock.
3,500?
Yep, Nvidia, Apple, Google, the random company that makes springs inside pens.
The springs inside pens have a company?
Probably.
I want to invest in the spring company.
You already do. That's the whole point. Okay, so VTI covers America, but now what about the rest of the world?
There's more?
There's a whole other fund, the VXUS. It covers almost every other country in the world. 8,700 stocks in Europe, Asia, Africa, all over the world.
Wait, I can own a piece of like a Japanese ramen company?
Technically, yes.
Investing is beautiful.
And there's one more piece to the puzzle, bonds.
Cool, what's a bond?
A bond is basically a loan that you give to the US government or a big company, and they basically pay you back in interest. And it is slower than stocks, but it's pretty reliable.
So the government is like my friend who borrows $20 but actually pays it back?
With interest, yes.
I have never had a friend like that.
That's why bonds are the responsible part of your portfolio. When stocks go crazy and drop, bonds hold steady. They're like a shock absorber.
So the three funds are US stocks, international stocks, and bonds?
He got it.
I'm a genius.
Okay, you ready for the crazy part?
I was born ready. I was literally born for this.
We were born on the same day.
Okay, but spiritually.
Okay, so we ran the numbers, and if Dad had put about $10,000 into one of those 3 fund portfolios the day we were born, October 8th, 2008, and added about $500 every month, it would now be worth about $333,000. That's nearly triple the amount of money we've put in.
From $500 a month?
Total contributions, $104,000.
Wait, you put in $104,000 and you got back $333,000?
Welcome to compounding, little brother. Now, what if we just kept going?
What do you mean kept going?
So what if we kept putting $500 a month into this fund until we were 67?
That's old.
That's retirement age, Brandon.
Retirement is when you're old. I made a correct statement.
At that same average rate of return, about 10.46, by the time we reach 67, that'll be worth about $57 million.
Say it again. Say it again.
$57 million.
One more time.
Brandon, are you okay?
I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry on camera. Is that okay? Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, buddy. That's fine.
From $500 a month, I spend more than that on Chipotle.
We know.
I need to cut back on Chipotle.
We know. Okay, so here's the thing. You could build the 3 fund portfolio yourself with US stocks, international stocks, and US bonds. Or, if you want the ultimate genius option, there's something called a target date fund.
Target date fund? Like a date? Like a romantic date?
Like a retirement date. You pick a date you want to retire, and the fund does everything for you.
So I just put my money in and forget about it?
Set it and forget it.
Like a crock pot?
Exactly like a crock pot.
I love my crock pot.
I know.
My crock pot has never let me down.
The point is, the fee is 0.08%. That means it's about 8 cents for every $100. That's less than a gumball.
Investing is cheaper than a gumball. I feel like this is a headline.
Okay, before we go, I have to warn you about something.
Oh no.
Okay, so there are people out there who will offer to manage your money for you for a fee.
That sounds helpful.
That 1% may sound tiny, but because of compounding, over 40 years, your manager ends up taking about 25 cents on every dollar you make.
They take a quarter of my rabbits?
A quarter of your rabbits.
That is theft. That is financial theft.
There's basically a troll living under your investment account, and we just exposed him.
No one takes my rabbits. Subscribe.
Triple the money. We're 17 and we know more than your financial advisor.
Statistically, that might be true.
Go, rabbits.